Hey, I'm heading to see my daughter. Spend some time with my son and daughter-in-law and grandkids. Man, that was awesome. But my daughter was working and unable to meet us, so now I'm going to go up and spend the evening up there and probably go out and eat and do a few things like that. So I've been working on the podcast today, and one thing I learned about podcasting, it's not like live streaming, it's different. And I'm not good at live streaming, and podcasting is even harder than that, so kind of suck at it, just saying. But I'm going to do it, and hopefully it will get easier and better, and hopefully we'll see. I need some good editing tools. That's what I need. I'm doing it, non-stop, no breaks, I'm doing it in segments. I'm not doing, I've got some ideas that I want to talk about, and so I will run that thought out, then I'll stop, pick up a new thought, run it out. So at least I'm not, now I've got to go back in and splice all them together and make a podcast out of it. So yeah. I like it better, the one I've done with Mags. And we'll continue doing those as well. But just trying to create more content, make the membership a little more valuable. So it's, it's like everything else, it's a work in progress, and we'll just get better at it as we go, hopefully. And so yeah, just pray for me. Just pray for me. I need a lot of prayer. Everything I'm doing now is outside of my realm of comfort. But you don't grow if you don't stretch yourself, challenge yourself. So that's what I'm doing. The problem with it is I've watched and listened to so many great podcasters that I know what is good and I know what is right, and I'm judging myself based on what they do. So and these guys are professionals and I'm not a professional. So anyway, we'll work with it, fine tune it, and hopefully get better at it. It's not, they make it look easy because they are pros. It's kind of like, people who play professional sports versus, somebody's just a weekend hacker. I'm the weekend hacker in this case. So. Brother Tony and I were going to do a live this morning, and we just ran out of time. I had to restart my computer 2 or 3 times for everything to start working right. I just wish things would work. When you got it up running, and the next day you come in and you start again, and all of a sudden your mic doesn't work or your camera doesn't work. And like I said, I'm not a tech guy. I don't understand why. I mean, I didn't change anything, so why all of a sudden is it not not doing what it's supposed to do? So thank you, Sherry. Thank you. I appreciate your kindness. So that's where we're at. Just working with it. Getting jiggy with it. It's fun. I just wished I had more technical skills. I need Mags right beside me all the time. All the time. Some real exciting things in the queue, guys. I was talking to Indiana Bob last night, and he was fired up, man. So love that man. I'm gonna tell you something, and I just keep, I can say this about so many people. The people, and let me explain something too. Also, you see that there's 12, 14 people here with us in Indiana. Make no mistake, that's not all of 1776. That's just the crew that came here to start the Indiana chapter and to formulate this plan and to roll it out. There are people from all over the country that are ready to do what we're doing here, and I'm going to keep reiterating this because I believe this is going to be a key element in what we're doing. I was originally just going to make that PowerPoint presentation available just to people that were going to be like team leads, that we're going to actually do the presentation. But I'm now convinced that if we open that up to everybody, you don't have to rent a big church or a community center or something like that. You can download this onto your computer, and you got a good friend that believes like you believe and has been struggling with the same things you're struggling with. Just say, hey, look, I came across this program, this idea that I think will work. Can I come over and share it with you? It's about our country. It's not about a business. It's not about anything like that. There's no money required. And I'm not trying to sell you something. I'm just trying to give you some information, let you do what you want to do with it. But just go over there and share it with them and see how the doors open. I think that's going to be a very Brother Tony and I were talking about it, and he said it's exactly how Christ built his church. Was just people talking to other people that they knew, and just sharing the truth, and let it grow. So And some people still don't get that. You know, I've seen a comment on one of my videos where I said there, you know, we're not asking you for money to join 1776 RM. We're just asking you to join. And somebody's like, well, why are you selling memberships for? Let me explain this again one more time. The reason we have memberships is to help finance us in getting this work done. It takes money to do this stuff. And the memberships are only about the website and certain areas of the website. It's not about the entire website, it's just about certain areas of the website. If you believe in us and you believe in the message and you believe in what we're doing, then, you know, oh, this may not be second right. Okay, it's open. Thought for a minute maybe it wasn't. You know, then become a member, and that helps us finance what we're doing. Oh man, this is, I should have went another way. But yeah, just, you know, but as far as being a 1776 member, doing whatever the, you know, job that you think is right for you to do, just, it doesn't cost you anything to do that. Just jump in and get on board, and let's do this thing. Oh man, I missed my truck. And we've got to start, we got to start ignoring the hate. I've had a little bit of fun with it this week, and I was like, yeah, what are you doing? You know, you're just feeding these guys, doing exactly what you want them to do. Every once in a while I like to get into a little verbal, and you know, actually some of them I thought it was something else, and they turned out to be, you know, honest individuals. A couple of really good conversations with some people that, you know, I started off being sarcastic and condescending on purpose, and I shouldn't have done that, but it's fun. But they ended up being legitimately, you know, have legitimate questions, and I hate when I do stuff like that because it makes me feel bad, but I've been smacked around enough, and honestly it just kind of feels good to smack around a little bit back, verbally at least. Never a proponent of violence unless it's, you know, to defend yourself, but verbally I guess it's okay to defend yourself as well. But it's, the thing about it is you're not going to change their mind on things. They're set in who they are and what they believe, and you know, their hatred has blinded them so much that they can't see truth. They cannot see truth. And so, you know, just stop feeding that element. It's a dead and dying element. It'll never last. I mean, you know, we're what's keeping it alive, and so let's just cut it off and let it die its natural death, and we'll just keep on pushing the truth and the solution. You know, we are the solution, guys. And it's not just 1776. It was, you know, there was a group came in there the Friday night. Man, they were just as in tune and just as hardworking and just as concerned as we are, and that excites me. There's all kinds of great people out here. We just got to lock arms and work hard. This is go time. This is straight up go time. So let's work hard to make this happen. I have so enjoyed the fellowship with Brother Tony and Sister Janet. It's he has taken the place of my dad in so many ways. He's just such a good, kind, loving man. Got such a generous heart. I really don't know anybody that compares to him. I've never seen such a Christian. When I say compares to him, I mean it's over him. I mean, I've got a lot of great friends, but none of them are greater than Brother Tony. I said that wrong. He wouldn't even agree with that statement. But he's top notch, is what I'm trying to say. He's a dear friend. I'm missing my posse that went back to West Virginia. I miss them guys, man. Mom and Pop, Kentucky, and Papa Kentucky. Joe and Ann. You guys are missed, man. Love you guys. Hope you're safe. Love your spirit. Those are warriors, guys. Those are straight up warriors. Was able to put another piece in the puzzle on that trip, and I see a whole lot of gloating going on, and I think it's humorous. I guess you gotta take your wins where you can take them. But everything that looks like a win isn't necessarily a win. You gotta be careful when you start celebrating too quick. So yeah. I'm in a real dilemma today. Something I've been waiting on for about a year, a little over a year. Finally happened. They lifted the restriction for vaccinations to go into the Philippines. Bought my truck last August, and I wanted to go in between the time that I had a lease on a truck that I was up 1st of August. Actually, it was the 8th of August that it was up, and I was going to hold off for 2 or 3 weeks on buying my truck or my next truck, and go to the Philippines. Well, they had all the lockdown going on, so I went ahead and purchased my truck, and I've been waiting until now. Problem is excuse me, right now would be a horrible time for me to take off. And I wish that was the only problem. The other problem is that I went from making really good money to making no money. And can't afford to go. So we all make sacrifices, don't we? I talked to my little girlfriend this morning, and somebody sent me the link to the video that explained it's not happened yet. It's coming. They're getting ready to lift it, but it might be by now. But so I forwarded it to her, and she's very understanding. That's what makes her so appealing. Is just I've never met anybody quite like her. Never seen her down. Never seen her discouraged. The only time I've ever seen her really get down was when I got arrested. She was really, really concerned about that, and that really affected her emotionally, which touched my heart. Looking forward to getting over there and she told me back, well, we started talking April 1st and 2021, and even then she said, you moved to the Philippines. And I said, I can't. She said, why? I said, because my country needs me too bad. I knew that, you know, I feared the worst, and I was preparing for the worst. I didn't even see this kind of opportunity. I was afraid of the violence, and honestly, my biggest concern was protecting my family when all that fell out. It still is. I just want to protect my family. Not interested in violence against my government. Just worried about if the system breaks apart, you know, what will happen to the innocents that I'm responsible for. And so that's where we're at. And that's where I'm at. That's where I was at then. And I'm like, I can't, you know, I've been seeing this coming for a long time. I just had a different mission. I like this mission better. I like this mission a whole lot better. I've always been a peaceful man, and don't misunderstand me. I believe that we have a right and a duty to defend ourselves and those that we care about. I'm not saying that, but I believe in giving peace the first opportunity. You know, the Bible says, live peacefully with all men as much as lies within you. And that's the way I live my life. I'd rather be your friend than your enemy. But that's not always possible. Some people don't want friends. And so it is what it is. But so I've always been that guy that worked on friendships. I've got a lot of friends. I've got a lot more friends than I do enemies. And everybody that thinks I'm their enemy, some of them just don't know that I'm not. I'm actually a really good friend. So thankful for this beautiful weather we're having in Indiana. My goodness. Never. It's went from being cold and nasty to just beautiful. Just beautiful. Kids trying to get that truck to blow the horn. You saw it. There you go. I just want to say again, and I try to do this often, and I mean it from the depth of my heart, I appreciate every one of you that support with your kind words and with your encouragement, joining the 1776 Restoration Movement. Thank you. You help more than what you know. Just like showing up to the live streams and your encouragement. Thank you. It's I mean, we'd have to do this. I'd have to do this no matter what. But it does help when you get encouragement and you know that people recognize what you're doing and see the truth and don't buy the lies. So many things I want to say that I just said on the podcast, and I don't want to do that right now. But it's fresh on my mind, and it's hard not to talk about it. Excuse me. Trying to think of something else to talk about without talking about the podcast. Uh, back to the back to what we were talking about a while ago, or what I was talking about a while ago. Bug me to death. I'm gonna take one of them phone calls one of these days and tell them I'm not interested in what they're selling. I just wanted to look at something, and now they've got my phone number, and wow, they're relentless. I forgot where I was going with that. Kids are waving. I remember riding a school bus like that. Such innocent days, man. We had such great times. Such great times. To go back to those days of innocence. You don't have to worry about all the nonsense. That's why I look forward to going to heaven. I think heaven will be that place of just purity and innocence. And it's amazing just to think about a place that everybody you meet will have your best interest in mind. No one will be, there'll be no ulterior motives, just nothing but just heaven. Yeah, sign me up. I'm ready. That was a hot burn. Might have to change that coil pretty soon. That was strong. So I went out this morning, and I've been wanting some White Castles. So I went out this morning and got me some White Castles. Breakfast. For you that don't know what White Castles are, somebody from this area could probably describe them for you on the chat. From you down in the south, they're like crystals. And I like them both. I'm not sure which one I like the best. The little differences, I like both differences. So. But I'll be paying for those later. That's the thing about White Castle. You pay for them later. Carol, you don't like White Castle? Have your Buckeye card. And if you're in the Ohio, Northern Kentucky, Indiana area, Cassano's Pizza, the best pizza on the planet, pretty much. It's delicious. Really delicious. Playing with my grandson the other night and wrestling with him. His dad loves it because that's what he and I used to do all the time. and he's over there just laughing, and I got him down, was tickling him, growling at him and stuff, and he was just giggling, and so then I picked him up. I was sitting on the couch. I had him on the ottoman, just tickling him and giggling, making him giggle and stuff. And I picked him up, laid back on the couch. I said, "Oh, he's getting me. He's getting me." So he starts taking his fingers, trying to tickle my neck and stuff. And I started squalling like he had me, acting like he is acting. And all of a sudden he stopped and he goes, "You all right, Papa? You all right?" Oh man, that was awesome. "You all right, Papa? You all right?" He thought he'd hurt me. That made my day. That's what life's all about right there, folks. That's what life's all about. That's awesome. Stopped and I said, "Well, yeah, I'm all right, baby." Then I picked him back up and put him back on the ottoman and started tickling him again. So took advantage of his kindness. I first got there, man, he just started dragging out the books. He does it every time I get there. He starts dragging out the books. That's awesome. I'm a book guy, so I had to read 3 or 4 books right off the bat. It's awesome. Love my family, man. Love my family. Johanna woke up in the middle of the night and I was sleeping on the couch there. So I went in and picked her up and brought her back in. Thought I'd give her mom a break, you know. So I brought her back in and sit down. We got a big recliner there, sit down in that, and was rocking her. Boy, she went right back to sleep. And so did I. She moved and woke me up. I thought I better take her back to bed. Afraid she might roll out of my arms or something because I'm not used to this. And so I took her back in, laid her down in her bed. And as soon as I laid her down, she started squalling. So I patted her on the back, talked to her real soft, you know. And she calmed down. She wouldn't cry. She stopped crying. But as soon as I take my hand off her back, she'd go to crying again. And I love it. I love it. When we were in full-time ministry, we had a sponsorship from Mars Music over there. They used to be right over there. And once a month we'd go in and $250 or $300 worth of stuff we could get. It's really nice. And Mars went out of business. I hate that. They were awesome. Our store, our music shop. I might do that on the way back. Depends on what time I get done up here. I might go in there and just set up and do a little picking. It's fun when you got somebody else with you. I ate one on the way back. Forgot to take it out. They little bitty hamburgers, but they good. Takes about 6 of them to fill you up. IKEA store up there. You know, I've never been in an IKEA store. Never been in one. Well, guys, Party Bonza on here. I like that guy. Guys, I'm gonna get off here and meet my daughter here in a second, and might come back on later tonight. I got some more recording to do when I get back, but appreciate y'all, love you guys, and wish you nothing but the best. Stand up and do something patriotic today. Talk to you later, guys. I'll give you a few seconds here to finish up the conversation. Don't start a new one. Just finish up the ones you got. Because if you start a new one, you get all mad at me when I go off. So. Proud of you, Patriots. Very proud of you. We can do this. We can do this. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night, everybody.